I just saw something that said, he kept you close enough not to lose you, but distant enough not to choose you. And that lines up perfectly with what we were saying in the last reading, right? Because they want the attention. They want your energy. And when you stop giving it to them, they miss it. They go, what the hell? Where's my energy? It's like the energy of like the husband that slaps his wife's butt every time he walks past. And then like she acts like she doesn't like it, but then she'll be like sticking it out, like, and he doesn't do it, and she's like, hey, slap it, you know what I mean? These guys, they want the attention. They will even reciprocate enough for you to continue giving it when they feel you pulling away. But after that, what happens after that? Because it seems like in all of our other situations, it goes back to stagnation. Because once you're on the line again, they're safe. They can breathe. They can go back to doing what they wanted, right? Which was keep you in that perfect bench position where they get all of your positive energy without a lot of effort. And you just hang out there. But we know better. We know better. We don't do that anymore. Queen of Cups. We've seen this show. The moon. Queen of Cups and the moon. It's very psychic energy that's piercing the veil. Spirit communication, lining up with your intuition. Knowing the truth about what you want and what you're willing to settle for or not settle for, rather. Because you're not willing to settle. You will start over in a heartbeat. If you think you're getting played, taken advantage of, fucked around, they don't understand just how quickly you can move on. And that it's not a threat. It's what happens when somebody doesn't reciprocate. When somebody doesn't want the same things you do. And you know, the connection is always so palpable. The connection is always so strong and so passionate and so fiery. And normally, we wind up in this energy of like, well, there's no one else for me. But you know that's not true. There's been several times on this journey where I've thought, that's the one. I don't want anybody else. And yeah, maybe you know that whole release with love thing? We do that. But once we let go, we don't want what we wanted anymore. Once we move on, we no longer want what we wanted anymore. And so at that point, we look at these situations and we go, okay, I've moved forward. And you know, maybe even there's still lingering emotions, lingering feelings, confusion, or these bubble ups. But at the end of the day, you know that you can move on again. And this is where it's getting that villain era kind of energy. Boundaries mode. You know that you can move on again. And you know that the next time you feel something for someone, the next time you have that connection, that energy, that desire, you won't want what you want right now anymore. And maybe that's why you don't want to let go. Because you want it. And as soon as you do, as soon as you really let go, you won't want it anymore. Ten of Pentacles, generational curse. And it's kind of one of those things where you're like, okay, well, why don't they just want it while I want it? If they're going to realize that this is what they want after I don't want them anymore, then we could have just had it all along, right? I want to be happy, you want to be happy. Why can't we just be happy? Why can't we just try this? Why can't we just give it a shot? Why can't we just reciprocate? Why can't we just be balanced? And you think these things, and you think about what they could be thinking, and you think about what it all means, and the little changes in their behavior, and the looks in their eyes. But you don't actually know what they're thinking, or what they're feeling, or what they want. You know what Spirit shows you, which is your wish fulfillment. And you change these men when you walk away. You awaken some part of their inner child that they were cold to. And down the pinky, the land of family lines. You make them think about what they actually want in the future. Make them think about the dreams they push away. Because these people that are commitment phobes, that think they're not ready, that don't want to make their own decision, they're running from the fact that they actually want these things. They're so scared of. That's what they want, though. And it's not a matter of just wanting it with a particular person. It's a matter of shut down, because they're so scared of what could happen and what might not happen, and what happens if we lose it. What happens if I put in a decade, lose the best years of my life, settle too early, wind up unhappy? Thinking until it's too much and you don't think anymore. You turn it off and you don't think about it at all. Would you like the dream? You let people have the dream. The right person will want you to. They'll make the effort. They'll try.